Um, we are answering I don't want to go all schizophrenic on you. Sorry. I am answering very important question today. And this is a question that I get all the time from aspiring authors, especially young people. And that is the question, what books should I read? Especially if I want to become an author, what books should I be reading? You are going to be very shocked by my answer because I don't know what you'll be expecting me to say, but my answer to you is you should be reading books that you like. There you go. I know that it sounds totally obvious and way too obvious, there should be a much more complicated answer, but at the end of the day, you should be reading books that you enjoy, because ultimately you want to be writing books that you enjoy, and whether the books that you enjoy are great American classics, by Steinbeck and Fitzgerald and, all these amazing authors, or whether they're, Christian novels, or whether they're Twilight. Whatever you like to read, that's what you should be reading, because ultimately there is a huge opportunity for all different types of books on the market. And I happen to write historical fiction. I really love 20th century literature. That's what I really have a passion for writing. I love writing to young people, and those are always the books that I enjoyed reading growing up. I enjoyed reading books that were set in the 20th century. I loved all the Steinbeck and Fitzgerald and the books by Catherine Paterson and lots of Newbery Award winners that I read when I was younger that were all set in the 50s and 60s, and that was what appealed to me. And so when I started writing, I was just writing a book that I would like to read when I was 14 years old, and then with Chasing Jupiter was a book that I would have enjoyed reading when I was 16 years old. And, with my latest book, it's just, like I said, it's just books that I like. That's what I'm writing, so that's what you should be reading. Ultimately, one day, when you start writing novels, you will find that your writing is very much reflected by what you read growing up. And unless you want to write something boring and tedious that you absolutely hate, then you should definitely be drawing inspiration from your favorite books. And you should read your favorite books over and over again. And you shouldn't let anyone judge you. I guess to some extent you want to have some, discretion when it comes to picking out books. Don't pick out anything that, you wouldn't want your younger siblings to read, or that you wouldn't want Jesus to come back and find you reading, if that makes sense. But if it's a good, wholesome book, and if you enjoy it, then don't let anyone try to convince you that you should be reading, something else. Just read what you love. Try out new things. You're never going to know if you like something or not unless you try it. There are so many books that I thought that I would have hated, and that I read and loved, and that ended up being some of my favorites. So try new books, reread your favorite ones over and over again, and always just remember to be inspired by what you love. Writing should always be something that's pleasurable to you, and you should always be writing books that you would enjoy reading yourself. So that's my big, important answer, and hopefully you'll share with me some of your favorite books. I know we did it on the blog once. Everyone talked about their favorite books, and it was so cool and so special for me. So if you have a book that's inspired you, or if you have any advice on the topic, then please feel free to comment, or let everyone know so that we can be inspired also. Have a great day, and keep reading and keep writing.